Family is Providence. I'm here to tell the truth. You know when you're watching a commercial for an antidepressant and you see the people frolicking in the commercial, looking like they're having a great time, and the drug is set up to look like it's going to change your life. But then you hear the announcer start listing the side effects, and they do it real fast so they don't want to convince you not to take the drug. They go, blurred vision, lack of energy, drowsiness, mood changes, depressive, suicidal thoughts, and blah, blah, blah. And you go, dang, why would I ever want to even take this drug if all these potential side effects could affect me? Folks, I'm going to argue that hip hop is set up in the same way, where the streets promote this lifestyle of drilling, being a gangster, getting to the money, getting to the women, getting to fame and success, living however you want, taking out your opps whenever you want, living like you're essentially God on this planet and nothing could stop you. But then there's a list of side effects that the streets don't really want you to hear about, that hip hop don't really want you to hear about. It's you're getting locked up. You're in prison now for 5, 10, 15 years. You're suicidal in prison. You feel like your soul is done in prison. You might even end up on death row. Your homie snitched on you. Your dad snitched on you. All kinds of crazy, terrible things have happened to you. You realize soon enough you've ruined your life. But those are the side effects that nobody really wants to talk about. Well, today I wanted to highlight one of those side effects and how it's affecting Queso. Now, for those who may not know, Queso is a Jacksonville, Florida drill rapper who got convicted of first-degree murder and second-degree murder for killing rival gang members Lil Buck and Lil Bibby, who was Fulio's brother. Now, what really blew Queso's story up was the fact that his dad agreed to snitch on him because he was charged as an accessory after the fact for the Lil Buck murder. And so because he was facing real time, he decided he was going to snitch on his son. And the internet had never heard of any father snitching on their son. So now Queso's in prison doing life, and he does these little philosophical tweets, and he just tweeted out this statement. There's a moment when our soul dies, but we're still breathing, still here, but we're gone. I've seen that. I'm living that. Now, brother sounds like he is depressed, realizing his situation, realizing he finna be up in there 10, 20, 30, 40 years, waking up day in, day out with no hope to ever see freedom again because he was responsible for the death of 2 people. But I gotta challenge Queso to say, well, brother, I don't know about you, but my soul ain't dead. My soul is alive in Christ. My soul gonna live forever. See, your soul feels dead because you let the darkness consume you. You see, your soul was dead a long time ago. You now thinking that your soul is dead because you're in prison and you ain't got no freedom. But really, you let the darkness overcome you, and your soul died a long time ago. When you was out there, even when you felt alive, your soul was dead. See, you think now that you locked down, your soul is dead. But the reality is your soul died, and that's why you thought you could run around, be a gangster, live that street life, take 2 people's lives. One of them was a 16-year-old, and rap about it, brag about it, and thought that there wasn't going to be any consequences for it. Now you're realizing that ain't true. And this the part they ain't tell you. See, you probably took all the cues probably from your own dad growing up, that the street life was the way to live, and you seen everybody else around you, Young Ian Ace and all those other Jacksonville, Florida rappers around you, rapping about it, singing about it, enjoying it, the death, the murder, but not really ever really thinking about the consequences. And I'm sure you've seen people get locked up, but maybe you thought it wouldn't be you. Maybe you thought you'd be smarter, or maybe you thought you'd tough it out. But now that you're in the situation, you realizing, dang, this really what I get. And to be honest with you, you got off easy, because some people end up dead. See, and this is what frustrates me, because this the part the rappers don't rap about. They don't see. Take K did the race, and now he got to stay in prison for the rest of his life. Nobody rapping about the long prison sentences, the depression, the hopelessness, the realization that everything you thought that you were living for led to absolutely nothing but your own destruction, the guilty conscience that some of y'all will have as a result of the crimes you committed. No one is rapping about that. And that's what frustrates me, because you listen to hip hop and you think that this gangster life is a movie, or you think that you're playing GTA. You think that you're going to spawn up again after you drive around and commit crimes and the cops try to chase after you and you can lose them in 30 seconds and move on with your life and there's no real consequences. That's what people think. GTA just a video game. Some of y'all living like GTA, you in that server and you could do whatever you want. Nah, buddy, the cops ain't gonna stop searching for you after they don't find you for 30 seconds. Your stars don't go from 5 to 0 after they can't find you for 30 seconds. Nah, they'll track you. They'll track you for years if they have to. The feds will build a case. The state will build a case. They'll take their time. And maybe statute of limitations will run out for certain things, but for other things like murder, it won't. And they'll find you. Look at Keefe D. Keefe D was up on Vlad TV bragging about being involved in the murder of Tupac, thinking he done. He finished. Murder don't got a statute of limitation. They came back and charged him. He thought he signed the proffer. Nah, he signed the proffer to talk about it for that one day, not to go on Vlad TV and other outlets and brag about it. And look, Keefe D finna be locked up for the rest of his life at however old, 50, 60 years old that he is. And so it'll come back to catch up to you, but nobody rapping about that. That's not what makes the highlight real. And your fans that cheered you on, that listened to the music, that hyped you up in the beefs, that pushed out the music, that celebrated it. Now guess what? They moved on to the next artist and you crashed out partly to entertain them. And they ran the streams up because they thought you was a real rapper. You was a real one. Now guess what? They moved on to the next rapper too. Your stream's about to go down. They're not even about to stream your joint no more. So it is what it is, man. And to add insult to injury, a couple of days earlier, Queso dad made a social media post whining and acting like he's all sad and depressed that his son is locked away, even though he snitched to get out of prison to put his son in prison. He now wants us to be convinced that he's sad and depressed about his son being locked down. He says, this post will go over a lot of y'all head. It's some stupid MFer on these platforms. This the type of ish we was up against. As long as I can remember, and I'm 55, I never seen the local news post when someone get transferred from one prison to another. Y'all only scratch the surface of this situation. Y'all think the situation don't break my heart. I will die with a broken heart. Behind this, I'm in the free world, but my mind locked up. Yo, this is crazy, man. I'm in the free world, but my mind locked up with Ksoo. I live this every day. I'm alive on the outside, but dead on the inside. Wow. Well, I'll be. You dead on the inside, but you certainly wanted to be free on the outside, because you are the reason why the news is covering that your son is being transferred to another correctional institution. You put him there. You snitched. You said, yeah, that's my son. You identified him. You gave him no chance of making it out. Now, he probably would have got convicted without your testimony, but still, you made it absolutely solidified that he was going to get found guilty. And now you talking about how you going to die with a broken heart. Well, that broken heart wasn't broken enough to not snitch on him. It wasn't broken enough to raise him right as a father. You participated in him committing the crime. You was in the streets too. And now you talking about this is what we was up against. Well, it was supposed to be you to teach him not to go up against it. You were supposed to lead him in the right way. And so you led him down that path. And then when he was reaping the consequences, you said, look, I'm out. I got health issues, diabetes. I got kids to take care of, whatever he thought. And he's like, yeah, I'm out. I want to be free. I'm a snitch on my own son. It is what it is, family. I keep saying this and I will continue to beat this drum. I don't know why anybody would want to be in the streets. Y'all get deceived. Y'all hood dudes to live out that life, but y'all don't pay attention when folks is doing life. That's not that. No one wants to talk about that. Well, I'm gonna talk about it because it's the truth. Well, family, this is Providence. Thank you guys for listening to this point. If you made it to this point in the video, I would ask that you support a small content creator with your subscription. I'm trying to grow the channel. If you like the video, it signals to the algorithm that you appreciate this content. Thank you guys for the support. I'll see you guys in the next video.